What's going on, everybody? Will Schuler, the Realtor on the Road, coming to you this beautiful, wonderful Monday. It's actually really not beautiful outside. It's actually really crappy outside. It's rainy, it's gray, it's dark. It's probably how the insides of every Kansas City Chiefs fan feels right now. Because last night, against all odds, against what almost everybody thought, the Philadelphia Eagles put the whooping of a lifetime on the two-time defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, and we have brand new world Super Bowl champions in the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Cowboy fans, I'm gonna get this out of the way. You know, I started putting videos and talking about football based on the Dallas Cowboys and my wanting to really focus in on them, stand with you guys in the trenches, and act and be a true Dallas Cowboy fan, okay? A true Dallas Cowboy, at least supporter. But let's be clear, all right? I am a Baltimore Ravens fan. I will always be a Baltimore Ravens fan. And because of that, this whole I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, so I can't root for the Eagles thing, I'm really sorry, guys. It does not apply to me. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not an Eagles fan, but I am 1,000% an anti-Chiefs person. And that is what I was last night. I wasn't wearing green, but I was feeling it. I got the green on the wall. I was rooting hard for the Philadelphia Eagles last night for so many reasons. So many. But today I'm coming to you with a renewed sense of positivity. I have renewed belief in the NFL. I have doubts about all this NFL scripting and NFL conspiracy theories. I have renewed hope that this Taylor Swift ridiculousness is finally going away for the first time in 3 years. I mean, I just feel like the NFL needed last night. We needed the tide to kind of shift away from the Kansas City Chiefs, and it happened. And I think we needed it. And I'm so happy that it did. And I'm not trying to be like super anti-Chiefs here. Like I'm not going to say that they haven't earned their right to be, you know, two-time Super Bowl champions and have, you know, everybody talking about them the way that they do. I just don't think this season they showed anything. I don't. I think every single game that they played, they either won by pure dumb luck, there was one mistake made on the other team's side in very pivotal moments, or honestly, questionable calls. And those are the things that definitely took prominence leading up to the Super Bowl, probably more often than the entire season. A lot of it stemming from Josh Allen and the fact that he did get that first down and everybody saw it, but it's the Chiefs at Arrowhead. You know what I mean? I think the world just kind of got sick of it and they let the NFL know. And I realized it early in the game because during all the pregame stuff, when they showed Taylor Swift and we heard the incredible amount of booing. I mean, they basically undressed her with boos. And if you could see, she didn't even know what to do about it. It became very clear that the NFL's backing of the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, and trying to maximize all the earning potential there was just not welcome in yesterday's Super Bowl. Cap that off with them showing President Trump and him getting a standing ovation. I mean, guys, it was from the get-go, it was going to be a different kind of Super Bowl. And after that first call in the very first series against the Eagles, when A.J. Brown made that catch and the place erupted with boos, it was almost like the NFL was just put on notice that whatever your plan was, if you had a plan to favor the Kansas City Chiefs, it wasn't going to work and it wasn't going to be in your best interest. And it actually felt fair for the first time in a long time. Now, as far as the game goes, look, and I know it's a hot take. I just don't think the Kansas City Chiefs were that good this year. And I just don't think that Patrick Mahomes is as good as everybody spends all their time talking about. The fact that there was a discussion leading up to this game that the Kansas City Chiefs were better than the New England Patriots, like their dynasty is better than the Patriots dynasty, is absolutely absurd. The fact that they were talking about Patrick Mahomes already surpassing Tom Brady as the GOAT was the most asinine thing that I have ever heard. I think Patrick Mahomes is incredibly talented. His ability to see the field, read the field, and work within his means is, I think he's great. I don't think he's any better than Lamar or Burrow or Justin Herbert or Aaron Rodgers or Matthew Stafford or honestly even Jalen Hurts at this point. I hate that when Patrick Mahomes runs around and does a flick pass forward, it's seen as genius. It's not genius. It's desperate. And I'm just not on board with it. And yes, it probably has a lot to do with just how much it's been spoon-fed to me over the last several years. And I am definitely one of those people because I hated Tom Brady and the Patriots for the same exact reason. And maybe years from now, I will think back on Patrick Mahomes with a different kind of fondness like I do for Tom Brady. But I sure as hell don't right now. And I sure as hell didn't last night because he looked amateurish last night. The Eagles brought pressure and he looked frustrated. He looked sloppy. He was crying. I mean, he was looking back at the refs for help. I mean, everything that people think that he's not, he showed that he was. I'm very, very grateful that that whole Chiefs dynasty is as good as Patriots dynasty. That thing ended last night because the Patriots never took a whooping like that. This whole Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT and not Tom Brady, that's done. That's over with because Tom Brady never took a whipping like that. Ever. So the fact that that happened, it put it to bed. And I don't want to hear about it ever again. Okay? Patriots, still the greatest dynasty. Tom Brady, still the GOAT, period. But the Eagles, honestly, they just owned the line of scrimmage. So for all you football teams out there, take it from somebody who watches it. To win a championship, you need defensive and offensive linemen. The game begins and ends at the line of scrimmage, and the Eagles owned it. Both sides, period. They didn't even need to blitz. So all you football teams in need, hey, Ravens, listen to me. Defensive linemen, go out and get them. Offensive linemen, get out and get them. That's how you win championships. Eagles proved it. Now, I will give the Chiefs a little bit of credit. Okay, I actually really do think Steve Spagnuolo is... I actually think he's phenomenal. I think could be the greatest defensive-minded coach ever. He was able to stop the run. It was very clear that they went in and with the game plan being to stop Saquon Barkley, and they did better than anybody else. So mad kudos to Steve Spagnuolo and the Chiefs that way. I'm really sorry your offense just could not get the job done at all in any capacity. The score was one thing, but that was an ass whipping. It was the end to the football season. And I honestly, I don't think it could have ended any better because now if you look at what's on the horizon for the next season, and I really do think this matters, okay? The Chiefs losing the way that they did in the manner that they did, it's going to have ripples throughout the entire league. There was this untouchable thought about the Chiefs that I think died last night, okay? I think Lamar and Josh and Justin and Joe Burrow, I think all these quarterbacks are now aware that the Kansas City Chiefs can bleed. They're not indestructible. They can be beaten. They can be beaten handedly. And I think that is going to change a lot of their opinions, a lot of their efforts. From a coaching perspective, everybody's going to be looking at exactly what was done and how shook Patrick Mahomes was. I think a lot of people's opinions changed last night. And I cannot wait to see what that does to the entire league. On the flip side, the Eagles are for real, guys. They are for real. If they can hold together that line and hold together their offense and their defensive line, shoot, man. I mean, on paper, they're pretty much a perfect football team. Could it be the start of a new dynasty? I kind of hope not, because if I've proven one thing is that I don't like the idea of dynasties. It's boring. So I kind of hope not, but man, something's going to have to shift for these guys to lose their power. So, man, that's going to be wild to watch too. So anyway, this is Will Schuler, Realtor on the Road, signing off on a fantastic football season. But don't worry, Cowboy fans, I'm plugged in. I'll keep coming to you every once in a while with some updates on the Jerry Jones craziness. And for anybody who might be a Baltimore Ravens fan out there watching, don't worry, I got you too. I'll keep us all up to date on my favorite two teams and honestly anything that happens in the NFL because we all miss it when it's not there. But anyway, for now, let's go. EAGLES, Eagles.